Claude Design is a brand new tool from Anthropic that just got launched this month, and I'm going to show you step by step how to build a landing page for any kind of product. The landing page that I am making for this video will be for a waterproof hiking backpack. So there'll be a clean hero section, a product benefits area, place to store all customer reviews, and a buy button. So real quick, what is Claude Design and why you should care? Claude Design was built to be in the realm of Claude AI. As many of you who might be using Claude, you will know there's already a chat section, a co-work section, and a code section. Claude Design will basically be a tool that you can use hand in hand with Claude Code to prototype your designs and to actually test out interactive portions of it. This will help reduce the back and forth of having to go and use a separate tool and then coming back to Claude Code. A lot of the existing design softwares require you to actually do actual designing and a lot of going back and forth and changing things like your font, your sizes, your margins. With Claude Design, you can refine your prototype through conversations. You can say things like move this section up or make this button more bold or add a section about free shipping. So there's a lot of back and forth and it'll really feel like you're talking to a designer that you've hired. Alright, so to begin, you're going to go to claude.ai/design. Something to note, you do need either a Pro or Max subscription to use Claude Design, and it also has its own unique weekly usage limit that's separate from your chat. As you can see, it's giving you some of the visuals and examples of what you can do in Claude Design, which is really cool. Like here, it's showing you how to mock up an onboarding flow, showing you some of like the buttons, the design, and stuff like that. And you can also attach a code base, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I just skipped the intro, and once you enter Claude Design, this is what you're going to see. You'll see 4 tabs at the top: a recent, your designs, examples, and design systems. So all the projects that you create will all be stored here. So anything recent that you work on will be here. That's kind of nice that they also included a quick tutorial about how to use Claude Design. Definitely recommend using all the resources that they can give you for free, as that can help you get more in tune with how to use the tool. In their example section, they also give you kind of like ideas of how you can use Claude Design. So since this is pretty relatively new tool, this is one of the things that you can use. They already have included the prompts that you will need to use any of the designs. There's also something called design systems, which I'm not going to get into a lot of detail in this video, but I will in another one. And so to begin, you're going to use this tab sidebar over here, and you're going to enter the name of your project. So I'm just going to call this waterproof hiking backpack, and then I'm going to start with high fidelity and select create. Okay, so once you have created your project, you will see this really wide open space area, and this is where you will start your designing, and you'll see a start with a sketch and also a sidebar for chats and comments. So there's a couple different routes you can go here. Again, you can start with a sketch where you can draw what you would like your landing page to look like. As you can see, they've included shapes and notes and arrows and stuff like that. Or you can also just basically start prompting, and here in the chat section is where you can include your prompts, and this is what I'm going to be doing right now. So this is the prompt that I'm starting with. In the prompt, I'm including the name of the product, Summit Pack Pro, who the audience is, the tone that the page should have, some of the elements that I'm looking for, like a bold hero section with a tagline, a call to action that says buy now, and also some product details. I will include the prompt that I use in the description below, and you can update it to your liking depending on the landing page and the product you're trying to create. So we'll go ahead and select send, and now you can see Claude Design is thinking. Alright, so our landing page has been built. So as you can see here, this is what it looks like. It took a lot of the instructions that I included in my prompt. What's pretty cool is that you can also see the thought process that Claude is going through as it creates your landing page. It created a to-do list here. You can see it says build Summit Pro Pack landing page, add tweaks panel, verify and ship. And then over here, it shows you a breakdown of what it has built, a hero sections, 4 cards for a feature section, reviews, pricing, footers. And then in the tweaks panel, this is what you're going to use to make changes. It allows you to basically change the accent color, the hero tagline, price, call to action, and the hero badge. So right now, I don't really like this tagline that was used, built for the mountain, engineered for everything else. I would like it to say built for the mountains. So plural. So I'm going to put an S over there, and then it says engineered for everything else. So that's okay. I'm going to keep it as is. The price is actually more like $100 as we want to make this more affordable. So I'm going to update the price right here. And then for buy now, I'm just going to put buy. So as you can see here, the tweaks panel was very useful to make minor changes. Now I do feel like the page needs to look more outdoorsy. Right now it just looks very generic green and looks like something more for a digital item like a phone or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use this prompt right here, which says in the hero section, add a full width background image placeholder of a product lifestyle shot, a hiker on a mountain trail. Add a dark overlay so the white text stays readable. So let's go ahead and send that. You can see what Claude is up to right here. It says laying out section, editing Summit Pack Pro HTML, which is really cool to kind of see that thought process going. All right, so Claude is saying that he has updated my heroes section and all it needs now is a real photo to be added. So I'm going to use this attach file sign and upload my photo. Okay, so now my photo is uploaded. I'm going to go ahead and say here is the photo that can be used for the hero section that is full width. And then now we can press enter. All right, so with everything with AI, sometimes it doesn't work how you like it to be. And this is a perfect example here. I've uploaded my photo, but I cannot see it. It's saying that it's sitting at center 30% to keep the mountains prominent. And the dark gradient overlay keeps the text crisp over the light sky. So I'm going to go ahead and tell Claude that I cannot see the photo and please make it visible. I cannot see the photo. Please make it visible and let's change it to show to the right of the text in the hero section. All right, so as you can see here, Claude Code has made some wonderful updates. The hero is now 2 columns with one side being a left column div and the right side being a photo column. So let's scroll down the rest of the landing page and see what it looks like. As you can see here, this is our features section and it shows you kind of like the details about the backpack. It's waterproof nylon material, 40-liter true capacity, built-in rain cover, and 12 organization pockets. These icons are great, but I would like them to be centered instead. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a prompt for that. So I'm going to say center the icons that are placed above each of the 4 feature descriptions. All right, so it says the icon and text are now centered in each feature card, and that looks perfect. You can see here it has made the changes that I wanted. And that's basically what you do. It's really like talking to a designer. You just continue reviewing the landing page, see what you like and don't like. Another thing I just noticed is that in the nav bar, there is 2 buy buttons, which I don't need, and they both point to the same thing. So I want to go ahead and remove the 3rd button right here, buy, and keep this 4th one right here. So now I'm going to enter this prompt right here. Please remove the 3rd buy button from the left of the navigation bar since there are 2 buy buttons. And it's done, so that's awesome. It removed that 3rd duplicate buy button. Another thing that I would also like to add is some sort of urgency to buying my product. And this is all made up, but I want to show how many units are left. Being like, hey, there's only 30 bags left. Go ahead and buy now before they go out of stock, something like that. So I will add this prompt right here, which is just above the call to action in the pricing section. Add a small line of text that says only 47 units left, ships within 24 hours, and then also provide some style details. And as you can see here, the update was made. I like how the amber color stands out against the dark green background. And if you have no design experience whatsoever, you can also ask Claude Design for suggestions on what colors to use. That's also something that you can do if you do not want to think about colors, fonts, and stuff like that. Now, the final thing that I would like to add, and this is really just to provide trust to my customers, is trust signals. So I want to include reassuring details such as returns, warranty, and shipping. So I'll include this prompt right here. Below the call to action, add a row of 3 small trust badges, 30-day returns, lifetime warranty, and free US shipping. Use simple icons and keep it minimal and clean. So it is done. It has included visual details about 30-day returns, lifetime warranty, and free US shipping. This is always great to have around your call to action button so that it can help your customers make a more confident decision. So now that we're done, I'm going to go ahead and show you what export options you have for your landing page. So you're going to go ahead and select share right here, and you'll see that you can download the project as a zip file, you can export it as a PDF, a PowerPoint, you can even send it to Canva. So Claude Design is collaborating with Canva, which is great because Canva is such an amazing design tool to use and have. So being able to have this feature allows you to be able to make more tweaks right there. You also have the option to export it as a standalone HTML or go ahead and hand it off to Claude Code to make it into an actual real life landing page. I will not go into much details about how to hand this off to Claude Code. I will make a separate video on that and how you can take the designs that you make in Claude Design and use it in Claude Code. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and export as a standalone HTML. And what's also cool, there's also a presents feature, which allows you to look at the landing page in full screen, as you can see here. This would be nice when you need to get feedback from someone about the page and to make any updates. Nice feature to have just right here. All right, so now tips for best results. Here are a few things I've learned from playing around with Claude Design that might save you a lot of time from trial and error. Tip 1, describe your customer, not just the product. The more Claude understands about who's going to buy this, their age, their lifestyle, what matters to them, the better the decision is that they're going to make. I said 25 to 45 in age, outdoor enthusiasts who do weekend trails, and that helped shape a lot of the elements that it created. Tip number 2, name your color specifically. So in my case, I said dark forest green and off-white with some gray accents. You can ask Claude for inputs, but a lot of times you might not like what it is. So if you already have an idea of how you would like your theme to look like, use that instead. Tip number 3, list your sections in order. Do not assume Claude will guess the right structure. Tell it exactly what you need, like a heroes, feature, social proof page, pricing page, and a footer. Tip number 4, and this one's really important, change one thing at a time. When you are refining, make one request per message, and that gives you more control and cleaner results than asking it to do 5 things at once. That's going to become very messy, and it's going to be very hard to pinpoint to Claude what exactly you want to change next. Tip number 5, know your export destination before you start. If you're finishing it in Canva, use that export. If a developer is going to be building this, use HTML or Claude Code. Knowing your next steps will help you know how much to do inside Claude Design versus outside of it. So that was Claude Design, brand new, still in research preview, and already so useful. What I love about this is that it removes the excuse. You do not need a design software. You do not need a designer. You do not even need to spend hours in Canva trying to make something look right. You describe what you want, iterate, and then export. There's so many cool ways you can use this tool. You can use it to mock up a product page and test demand before you even have inventory. You can show it to a manufacturer or investor to get an idea of what the product and brand would look like. You can even provide the HTML page to a developer and ask them to code it for you. The link to Claude Design is in the description below, so go test it out and build something small first, like a product card, a one-pager, or a pitch slide. And if you want the exact prompts I used today, I've also included them in the description below as a small kit. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. I post weekly videos about AI tools and how to use them. See you in the next video.